All right, welcome back to the Swampy Sports Podcast. We have the NFL Draft to go over. So, as always, we have James Douglas Marsh joining us, but now we have a newcomer and future co-host, especially when football season comes around. We got Gonzo repping the Pelicans tonight. Both Gonzo and JD both live in Louisiana, back from where I'm from. So, me and Gonzo are some Saints fans here, but then we also have JD, who is I don't know what to say. I'm the one person I feel like that definitely covers. I guess you could say, I forgot your back. You are not a bandwagon Patriots fan. You've been a Saints fan or Patriots fan since you were it seemed like 7 years old. So I got your back on that one. Hey, you're supporting them right now as they're going through shit, but. Awesome, guys. Well, let's just kind of jump into it. Let's talk about just the draft in general. Who do you guys think won this draft? What teams do you think just all around, had the most quality picks?
I'll go first. The team that I think won the draft, sure, being a Pat, as much as it pains me to say it, I think that the Jets won with giving what's his name? Wilson, Zach, a target with making it a Wilson connection with Garrett Wilson. So that he gave him a good two solid wide receivers along with shoring up the holes in the defense. It'll take him a couple years to get to playoff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, no, I the Jets, you can't go without talking about them, but I think the big thing, the team that stood out to me, I think had the best overall pick was the Baltimore Ravens. I think that they were able to take Kyle Hamilton at 14, the best athlete in this draft, the safety out of Notre Dame.
I swear the notoriously underrated athletes always just seem to fall to the Ravens.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Defensively, especially.
That's exactly what it is. And I've got a couple of Ravens fans, friends that are fans of the Ravens, and they think Kyle Hamilton's like the second coming of Ed Reed for some reason. So that's where they are right now. Seems like Gonzo's well, don't know about that, but
that's like Gonzo telling me Jamal Adams was going to be all pro his rookie year.
Hey, don't go on the path.
But I think Baltimore definitely was, definitely up there. You can't, go without saying the Jets, of course. But, I think overall, looking back at it, I think with Tyler Liederbaum, taking a center at 25, I think he's going to be able to start and make a huge impact. Maybe like Creed Humphrey, maybe in that type of situation there, but covering all their needs. And definitely being able to just kind of fill in some holes to try to be in a little bit more of a win now mode, especially with Lamar Jackson about to have to get paid. I think they're doing that pretty well. But Gonzo, who do you think won this draft?
Man, there's only one correct answer, and it's the Eagles. Obviously, we had the shenanigans middle of the round with them acquiring A.J. Brown. That's a day one starter. You get Jordan Davis in the first round, immediate starter. I know they still got a big boy in the middle there, but he's going to at least
Jesus Christ.
But he'll probably just play a 4-3. And then you're getting a Kobe Dean in the third round, bro.
Steal.
I know there's some medical reports out, but the dude is a baller. He just makes plays. He's a ball magnet. I think without a doubt it's the Eagles.
No, I think I'm more with Gonzo on this one because the Jets had a great draft, but the fact that you do get A.J. Brown, but then you get Jordan Davis to pair up with Fletcher Cox, that defensive line is going to be freaking scary. And JD, how the hell do the Patriots miss on the Kobe Dean?
Yeah, and the Jets are still.
Don't get me started on that. The reason why I picked the Jets over the Eagles is because the Jets, they were in the top 5 picks for a reason, and the Eagles, they made the playoffs last year. That was the sole reason why I picked the Jets over the Eagles.
Yeah, Honorable mention in my eyes. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it. They deserve some respect from somebody, right? Even their fans don't give it to them. I'm gonna say the Detroit Lions. I think getting, of course, Aiden Hutchinson, right? But then also getting Jameson Williams at 12. I think adding, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if Aiden Hutchinson's going to be anything in the NFL, but I think Jameson Williams definitely will. So they have a chance of just going two big production players on each side of the ball. That could definitely help out the Lions where they win like 4 games a year now. So that'd be great. But other than that, guys, one thing I did want to talk about was kind of get your input on which player drafted is going to have the most impact, like immediately. Start of the season, what player is just going to bust out onto the scene their rookie season. So Gonzo, let's start with you, man. Who do you think is going to jump off the page at the beginning of the year?
So we're talking about like strictly a fantasy value right now, or are you just saying like just?
Let's see. Dang, I don't know, man. Like, no, let's just say like overall production, like gunning, like honestly just going to stand, like really help their team and be like the biggest, I guess you can say, impact for their team. Let's not talk fantasy about that. Let's kind of go straight, like, for their team itself.
All right, I'll make it quick, but I'm going to give you like 3.
Okay.
So first off, I'm thinking Breece Hall, man. I just think that out of all the running backs, he was my favorite coming out. And I think that they've had some issues. Chris Carson, I'm going to go back to fantasy. I drafted him. He stays hurt. Rashad, you can't trust him. He gets hurt too. I think Breece Hall's got explosion, man. I think he's a player. I think he loves football, which is a big thing we heard about this year. The kid loves football. Mm-hmm. So, I think he's going to do some things. I mean, inevitably one of those guys is going to get hurt. Other than him, man, I mean, you've got the Packers with Christian Watson. They don't have a lot else there right now. We also know that's going to change. But with the way that Aaron Rodgers can sling it, the kid's tall. I understand he came from South Dakota State.
North Dakota State.
North Dakota State. One of them.
Jackrabbits, baby.
Yeah.
No, he came from the Bison. Okay.
They say North Dakota or South Dakota?
It's North Dakota State.
Oh, North Dakota State. Sorry.
He's trading in the green and gold for North Dakota State and putting on the green and gold for the Packers.
I think he'll.
That was beautiful, JD.
Because he's got to have an impact. So, with that being said, and going back to your pick with the Lions, man, I mean, I know he's going to be out for the first couple of weeks, probably first 4, maybe even 6 weeks. But honestly, I wish the Saints could have picked Jameson Williams. I think he's a top 2 receiver in this draft. The Wilson out of Ohio State first, and then I think he's a close second. I think he's got explosion and high points the ball. He's great hands catcher. I think he'll make a difference for the Lions. And Jared Goff doesn't get his due respect. The kid can sling it. He'll be slinging it to him. They've got the other guy that showed out last year, but I think Jameson's he's a hell of a player.
For sure. I agree with you on that. Like, as a Saints fan, I was happy we got Olave. I really was. But the fact that Jameson Williams, like before he got hurt, he was honestly putting up like kind of not as consistent, but like toward the end of the year, putting up Devontae Smith numbers. Like that dude he was scary. And I hate when people say it, but if he wouldn't have gotten hurt, there's a chance Bama probably might have won that national championship for sure. JD, who do you think?
All right, I got 2 that I really honed in on. Gonzo went with one of them in Christian Watkins. Line him on the opposite side of Sammy Watkins, so you're going to have double Watkins up in Green Bay. Someone that's big enough and strong enough that he could throw the one-on-one balls to like he threw to Devontae Adams all these years. I think he'll make a huge impact. And then the one I think everyone's sleeping on is James Cook going to Buffalo. Dalvin Cook's little brother, he fantastic running back the past couple of years at Georgia. And I don't think they're that sold on Devin Singletary. So I think that James Cook's going to take a huge role in that offense, and with his speed and his explosiveness, he could be a heavily reliable option for Josh Allen and the Bills this year.
Good in the passing game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that was his brother.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, we got guys got the genes then. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to start with this, which Gonzo, I'm surprised you didn't say this, but again, I know that he didn't play in 2020, I believe. Had a great freshman year, and he did all right this past year. But I'm going to go with Derek Stingley Jr. with the Texans. I think, well, one, it's the Texans, so it's like he's going to stand out for sure, right? Just being that pure athlete that he is. But I think Derek Stingley is definitely going to help that passing game, that passing defense rather, hopefully. But it's just one person. I think defense is a lot, it takes a lot more than just a cornerback. But I think he's going to have a big year. But one other person was Treylon Burks getting drafted from Tennessee, the receiver out of Arkansas, because getting rid of A.J. Brown, really, they're going to need someone to step in and be that number one receiver. But Treylon Burks is pretty much A.J. Brown, but younger and a little bit smaller, but he's a big physical receiver. So I think Treylon Burks might have a pretty big year with the Texans for sure, especially in the red zone area. But anybody else, any other honorable mentions for you guys?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, other than that, guys, oh, wait, you got something?
I just hope Chris Olave. That's
Well, well, let me ask you this, Gonzo. Let's just talk about this. What do you think? Like with the Saints having, what was it, 16 and 18, and then us trading up to 11 to get Olave? Like, do you think we could have gotten, maybe even Treylon Burks at like 16 because he got drafted 18? Were you happy we moved up and got him, or would you want to, because we did trade away quite a bit to actually get to that?
From a different type of receiver standpoint, I think Michael Thomas is not a burner. Obviously,
No.
Chris.
Yeah.
He's going to be. He ran in the 4.3s. He's going to be that kind of burner that we need. That's, it's going to give a different element to the game, I think. And sling it, man. I mean, Jameis doesn't give respect. He was playing a hell of a season until he got hurt last year. But yeah, I think he's going to be a good yin to Michael Thomas's yang, if that makes sense.
No, that's 100% because because our fast receiver now is Traquan Smith, right? And that ain't it, right? So if you have freaking, Michael Thomas catching all these slant and curl routes, right? But then you send Olave out on these seam routes, dude. I kind of like you said, the what'd you say, yin yang, whatever, yin yang twins, is that what you said?
Yeah, the yin yang twins.
Yeah, yin yang twins. But no, I agree with you. I really hope Chris Olave really holds his own. But the whole Jamison thing, I 100% agree with you. That dude was killing it last year before that knee injury. And watching every single game, I was getting a lot more excited to see him play. But other than that, let's talk about, instead of talking about, the biggest impacts, who we think is going to be great, what player do you think was the biggest steal in the draft? So
I'll go first on this
one.
Yeah, my wife with me for % of the, and I just kept asking her, why is he still on the board? I just could not understand it. And it's the Kobe Dean with the Eagles. Even if he doesn't play this year because he has to have pectoral surgery, that is Roquan Smith 2.0 with the injuries. That guy has incredible football IQ, his speed, being able to cover sideline to sideline, can play. I mean, you saw him at Georgia, he was covering wide receivers, and then he hits the hole like he has, like nobody stopping him. Once he gets fully healthy and you got Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox clogging up the middle, this guy's going to be running through holes, making plays left and right. And I believe in 2 years, and he finally is fully healthy and they get that defense gelling, they'll be a perennial contender to win the division and also get to the NFC Championship, in my opinion. Because he is
Someone's got a lot of faith in Jalen Hurts.
He's that good of a linebacker.
Man, I love Oklahoma and support our own, but I don't know if I have
No, it's not because of Jalen
Hurts.
I'm saying their defense will be so good that it will give them an opportunity to get to where I was just saying.
Gotcha. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go because I don't want Gonzo to steal mine. I don't know if he will, but I'm gonna go George Pickens, receiver out of Georgia. The Steelers picking George Pickens. George Pickens. I was thinking Kenny Pickett, their first round pick, but getting him in the second round because Pickens he seemed to be that one receiver that came up big every single Georgia game when they needed him to. Picking him up in the second round. I understand this was a very heavy receiver draft, immense talent, but I think George Pickett, oh my gosh, Pickens getting picked in that second round, I think it's going to be the Steelers are going to look back and be very happy that they were able to get him in that second round, especially because that could be the new, Big Ben Hines Ward connection with these two players for sure. But Gonzo, who do you have?
Man, I'm honestly, and I hate to even give any props to Kansas City because they're just so damn good every year. But I think it's Sky Moore in the second round. I think you get rid of a burner like Tyreek Hill, you have to fill that need, and for them to find that kind of guy. I don't know if y'all have watched any film of this guy. Like he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
So them adding that piece. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's not going to be Tyreek Hill his first year, obviously. But no, I think he gives them tremendous value in the second round. I think he's a hell of a receiver. I really do.
Yeah. And I think a big thing is, like you said, you might not have seen a bunch of stuff from him. The dude went to freaking Western Michigan for crying out loud. But it's all, I will say, it's all these receivers that come from these smaller schools are the ones that explode in the NFL. It seems like for sure. Honorable mention for me though is the Texans. Now, the more I'm saying this, the more I feel like I should have talked about the Texans in their win. But
You falling back in love, Dylan?
Maybe a little bit. But in the third round, picking up Christian Harris, the linebacker from Bama, that pick in the third round, anytime you can get a Bama talent like linebacker, I think that's always going to be a good incentive for your football team as well. But other than that, any other honorable mentions for you guys before we move into talking about division winners?
Nope, I'm ready for it. Let's get to the winners, man.
Well, we are doing our way too early NFL division winners. Just discussing each division. We'll discuss our top two teams. We'll kind of get into, why we think, these teams are going to kind of, I guess you say, just control the divisions. Because what seems like every year, it's never really super tight unless it's the NFC South, it seems like. But JD, let's just go ahead and start. Let's start with the AFC East. Why not? With
AFC East.
Yeah, start with your boys there. Let's see, who do you think is going to win the AFC East there? Give
me Buffalo.
Okay, that's a smart choice, to be honest.
I don't want it to be, but it's going to be Buffalo. I think that their offense is going to be even way more potent with James Cook, and that defense got even better with Von Miller. So give me Buffalo.
Holy crap, I forgot about the Von Miller pickup.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes it easy for me. I'm going with Buffalo in the East for sure. But I think Mac Jones, gives Buffalo a little bit of a scare. Maybe, a couple games back, something like that. But I wouldn't be shocked if Mac Jones
starts, it takes him one pass to win a game.
Hey, that's when you know you're in good hands, I guess, right? But I'm going to go Buffalo.
All right. Well, you'd be a crazy man not to look at this division and go Buffalo. So obviously, I think Josh Allen's due. He's going to get him one here pretty soon. But I think there's going to be more parity in the AFC East than there has ever been. I think that Miami, along with the Patriots, are going to be right neck and neck. I mean, obviously, I think the Patriots will fare a little better. But Miami was nasty on defense last year. They just added more pieces. I don't know if I believe in the quarterback. It's always the quarterback, right? But with that being said, I'm not part of 2-9, but I do believe in Tua a little bit. And with those weapons, they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I would think if they didn't lose the coach that had them on a hot streak late in the year, if they wouldn't have fired Flores, Miami might be in the conversation to, at least be close second for sure. So I'm with you on that, especially adding Tyreek Hill, to the mix as well. But okay, we unanimously agree Buffalo for sure. Let's go ahead and go AFC North. Gonzo, we'll start with you.
All right, AFC North. Man, it's hard to go against Joey B. Man, I mean, he's already been there. Browns are a dumpster fire. We all know that, but they do have a good quarterback now. Who's going to play how many games? Who knows? Steelers. The Steelers are the
Now,
Steelers.
what are you talking about now?
You know, Steelers are the Steelers. Oh God, my computer's doing weird things. Sorry about that.
No,
With that being said, I'm going to go Bengals again. I don't think Lamar and them have enough pieces, and he didn't even know his receiver was at another team's draft party. So a little discourse there. We're going Bengals.
Okay. All right, JD, what about you?
I'm definitely going Cincy too. I think the Ravens step back, losing Hollywood. I think the Steelers, I'm not that big of a believer in a rookie quarterback going into this division and competing for the division title. So Steelers are out. And then, like you said, the Browns are a dumpster fire. Once again, Cleveland's Cleveland. So that's clear choice. Give me Cincy.
I feel like, again, it's always been Big Ben at quarterback, but I just feel like no matter what hits the Steelers, they're always up there in contention for this division. So, like, of course, everyone's going to think, Cincinnati just made the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow coming back with even somehow probably going to have more confidence than he's ever had in his life. How the hell does that happen? I don't know. Dragging his nuts in a wheelbarrow everywhere. But if Cleveland were just had a different freaking, I don't know, front office ownership, no one knows what's wrong with Cleveland besides after Cleveland. But when you have Deshaun Watson at quarterback, you can't really count them out at that point. They seem to lose a lot of people this year. Dude, I'm not feeling Cincinnati. I don't know why. I just don't think – I think this year they had a great run, especially to end the year. But give me Pittsburgh. I think Kenny Pickett might surprise us. You got Juju out of there, which I feel like he could have been a little bit of a distraction as well with his little prima donna ways. It's probably going to be Cincinnati, but I got a feeling Pittsburgh might be able to do it as well because they always seem to have that solid defense. Mike Tomlin, easily one of the top coaches in the league, seems like every year. So you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to agree with you guys every time. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh in this one.
Alrighty.
There you go.
All right. Well, let's keep it in the AFC. Let's keep going in order. AFC South. I'll go first on this one. Jacksonville. I think Trevor Lawrence is. I'm just kidding, guys. I
was about to say, bro. I was about to roast you hard.
No, I love Doug Peterson, but he's not going to turn it around that quick. Of course, people are going to think Tennessee, right? You got Tannehill, right? But then you also have Malik Willis, who I think could possibly take a position from him if Malik is capable of what everyone's talking about. But you have to think about the Indianapolis Colts as well, because just like the Titans, they have Derrick Henry, but Colts have Jonathan Taylor, and then just got Matt Ryan, got this veteran who's kind of been there before. This year, I'm going to say I'm going to go Indianapolis winning the AFC South.
Yep. I'll go next. Not changing it up a bit, man. This was probably one of the easier picks for me. I don't believe in Tannehill. We saw what he's about in the playoffs. Yeah. They're going to run the crap out of the ball. That's what they're going to do, and they're going to try to play defense, even though their defense isn't great. Even though they played up last year. I think the Colts, like you said, adding Matt Ryan, he's been there before. The guy's a good quarterback. He's good. He's not great. He's good. I put him on a level like Dak Prescott, kind of. That coupled with their defense, which is pretty nasty, and Jonathan Taylor and Quentin Nelson, which is, I mean, you don't need to know any of the rest of the O linemen. Quentin Nelson, he's a beast. Give me the Colts.
Alrighty. I am definitely going Indy as well.
Damn, I thought you were going another way.
No, the reason why Gonzo said it best, I don't trust Tannehill either. I feel like it's going to be easier for teams to game plan for Tennessee offensively compared to the Colts offensively, because this is what it reminds me of is when, not saying it's going to be the same result, but everybody's feeling of when Matt Stafford got traded to the Rams. I had the same feeling that I have with Matt Ryan going to the Colts. It's a team that's ready to win now. They were a quarterback away, so you throw in an experienced veteran in there, one who's won an MVP, has been to a Super Bowl, knows what it takes to win in the playoffs. I think that's a huge advantage. So give me Indianapolis.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. We're going to Nfc South. Do you see any improvement from Jacksonville at all since they moved on from Urban?
No.
I think you move on from Urban, it's an immediate upgrade, at least at the NFL level. So I think they're – how many games they won last year? 1, 2?
3.
3. Oh.
Yeah, look at them go.
Themselves.
3.5 Gonzo.
They're going to this year they've got, and I believe in Trevor Lawrence. I think he's just was in a bad situation last year.
Yeah, I kind of looked at Urban Meyer, kind of how I guess you can think like how players looked at Jeff Fisher, if that made sense. Like people would think he was a good coach, right? He was a good coach, but players just freaking hated him.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think Jeff Kicker actually kicked anybody or Jeff Fisher kicked anybody, but hey, but why the hell would you kick your kicker in the leg? Like if that's true, holy crap. Like that dude's gonna whatever. All right. This one is going to be very interesting. AFC West. This one's going to be very interesting. I see Gonzo shaking his head. I'm going to go with you first, Gonzo. Let's see what you think.
Well, bro, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to miss an in-division game on any of these because I feel like they're all going to be barn burners. With that being said, I think that Broncos least likely to win it. Raiders. I think Broncos next. I think Chiefs. Give me the Bolts, bro. I am a big believer in her. I think JD will contradict me on this. I like Austin Eckler. I think he's a hell of a player. Good fantasy. Keenan Allen. I mean, Mike Williams. They added depth on O-line. Their defense was salty last year. Extremely salty. So, yeah, give me them Bolts, baby.
All right. Charger fans, show me your lightning bolts. But, dude, that's a good pick. I'm with you. I like Austin Eckler. I think the Chargers, that defense is going to be – it's still going to be incredible. It's going to be pretty solid. Justin Herbert is turning into one of the probably top 10 quarterbacks in the league. This is the division of quarterbacks. You got Kansas City, of course, are always going to be the favorite. But my thing is they have Denver and Russell Wilson. Again, I don't know how much they have around him, but this dude is a proven winner, right? Like he is a proven winner. But did we forget who the Chargers added this season on their defense? Khalil Mack.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So I'm going to go with Gonzo, and I'm taking the Chargers as well because this defense is going to be scary with Justin Herbert on the rise. I think I'm going to take the Chargers.
I hate y'all so much.
Well, we love you too, Judy.
Because that was my pick on the sole fact, the reason why Chiefs losing Tyreek Hill is a huge thing for them.
I'm with you. Losing Tyreek and gaining Juju is not that doesn't equal it out at all.
So that's a huge step back. I'm picking the Chargers on the sole fact that they shored up their offensive line by taking Zion Johnson out of Boston College. That helps keep Herbert upright. Another reason why you said that you were going to contradict, I was going to contradict you, Gonzo, about the Austin Eckler. The reason why I'm just not so high on Austin Eckler is because when the game gets down to late in the fourth quarter, say the Chargers are up 24-17 with 4 minutes left, I just don't trust Austin Eckler to ground and pound the game away. So what they do, they went and got Isaiah Spiller from Texas A&M. They got a bigger, more bruising back to close out games. And then on top of that, they draft JT Woods out of Baylor. So that allows him to play high safety. They bring Jerwin James down into the slot nickelback where he can blitz. He could cover tight ends. He could take on Travis Kelce, eliminate him from Kansas City. And then you add Khalil Mack on top of that. And they also signed Mr. INT in Jackson from the Patriots. So the defense, I believe, will be the best defense in the NFL next year, along with shoring up that offensive line. So I think the Chargers just honestly, I know Russell Wilson's a great quarterback, but I think they run away with this division.
Okay. All right. Next, we got the division with the worst fans in the NFL combined. We got the NFC East. All right. So
let's hear them beasts talk. Let's go.
Like, I'm going to, gosh, I think Philadelphia is prime now that they got AJ Brown, got Jalen Hurts, hopefully coming out of, hopefully, he comes out and just explodes. Of course, Dallas is probably going to be the favorite, but I'm going to go Philly. Sole fact of the additions that they've gotten over the years, or I'm sorry, over this past year. And then also, I think Jordan Davis is probably going to be a pretty good immediate impact as well. So give me the Eagles.
Okay. Gonzo?
Yeah, I'm going to go Eagles as well, man. Just don't believe in Dallas. Not my hatred of them. I just don't believe in Dallas, man. They lost Amari Cooper. I know him and Dak had some back and forth, but I think losing him, Gallup's not Amari Cooper. So, Yeah, the Eagles.
All right, y'all could take the Eagles. Give me Dallas. I don't trust Jalen Hurts as much as I trust Dak Prescott. I like the offensive line pick that they made because Tyron Smith actually seems to only play 5 games a year. So you get a younger body in there that can make maybe not as big of an impact, but a good enough impact to keep Dak clean. And I just feel like Dallas with freeing up CeeDee Lamb because Amari Cooper was bitching about his targets last year. CeeDee Lamb was the best receiver on that team last year, and I believe he will be in for a huge year. And I think Zeke will have a bounce back year also because of him playing injured last year. So give me Dallas.
All right, guys. Now we are going to be moving in to the NFC North. The most physical, I would say, might be one of the most physical teams in or divisions in the NFL. Packers, it seems like you can never count out Aaron Rodgers, but this year I feel like he's going to be a little bit different. I feel like he's still got all this freaking drama carrying over, and some of the players apparently are like advocating for Jordan Love to start now for some reason. Or I think I saw that somewhere. Like, I don't know if it's just because Rodgers just being a tool bag or what, but I'm going out on a limb and saying if it's not the Packers, I think Justin Fields is going to take a step up without Josh Nagy. Is that was his name? Whatever, Nagy. I think the Bears take a step up, surpass the Vikings, and possibly overtake the Packers to win this division. I'm staying. I don't know. That's it. I just don't want to pick the Packers. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's why I'm picking them. I don't trust freaking Cousins. Hopefully Fields jumps up, does something. I don't know. Packers probably win it. I hate the Packers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go contrarian as well. Just because there's so much discourse within the Packers. Not an organization; it's a strong organization. Just Aaron Rodgers is
he's controlling that organization.
Yeah, he's got him by the cards, man.
Ridiculous.
It's not going to be the Lions. I love Dan Campbell, man. If you just listen to him talk about biting kneecaps and punching sternum and stuff, he's awesome. They're a long way away. I'm going to go with Minnesota, man. I'm a Kirk Cousins advocate. The guy is a serviceable quarterback. I'd put him right there with Dak Prescott as well. Dak Prescott's black Kirk Cousins, right? So I believe in them. I love Justin Jefferson, obviously, for more reasons than one. Dalvin Cook, beast. Hope he can stay healthy. And I think they've got a good enough team, man. They stayed in a lot of games last year that they probably should have won. So give me them bites.
All right, JD, 2-minute drill. Here we go.
I don't need an explanation. Give me Green Bay.
Okay. Oh, don't need no explanation. All right, Gonzo, NFC South.
All
All right. Got Tom Brady unretired. You got
Thanks,
Saints.
man.
Seems like they're, could be on the up and up.
Hey,
Falcons, Panthers. Dude, I'm taking them. Dude, give me the Saints. I'm going to homer in on this one. I'm taking the Saints. Defense not losing a step because the DC is now the head coach. Jameis Winston. Now it's Chris Olave. We'll have Michael Thomas back. Hopefully Alvin Kamara is not in jail. This offense won't skip a beat. I'm taking New Orleans.
There you go.
I'm not counting out TB12. Give me Tampa Bay.
Oh God, you still got that Patriot. Okay,
No,
whatever.
I'm not betting against Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. All right.
Dylan
I
or
already said
Gonzo.
Saints.
Already said so.
Oh,
okay.
he said Saints too. Hey, all right, guys. Last division here. We're gonna go NFC West. Holy crap! This one's. You know what? JD first. Go. We got 1 minute.
Give me the Rams.
Why?
It's defending Super Bowl chance. Quarterback coming back. Defense got shored up. Losing Von Miller, you replace him with Bobby Wagner. Give me the Rams.
Gonzo.
Give me San Fran, man. I just believe in the head coach, and I think LA lost some pieces that they kind of needed. Andrew Whitworth, probably not the best player in his 40s, but definitely an anchor for that team. So give me San Fran.
All right, Lincoln Riley, or off-brand Lincoln Riley's going to figure it out. Kyler Murray, Marquise Brown. I'm going to take the Cardinals, barely beating out the Rams to end the season. But
All right.
I don't know. I think they're going to figure it out. But hopefully, guys. He's too small, baby. He's too small, but he's going to figure it out. Hey, guys, this was the Busted Play podcast. You guys, this is so fun. Gonzo, looking forward to having you on again pretty soon. Football season's coming. JD, any last words?
Boomer.
Horns out. Gonzo, any last words?